And now we will begin the next segment, which is going to be playing the Banzuke prediction game. Oopsies. So, what is the Banzuke prediction game, you might be asking? Well, we all know what the Banzuke is, and that is the thing that determines the rankings for the upcoming tournament. What we are going to do is we are going to guess how the rankings are going to fall based on the performance of all of the men at the previous tournament. So let me just get everything organized over here before I switch the screens. Oopsies. And we will begin playing. So, this game, I've gotten a lot of good records in the past. I like to think I'm pretty good at guessing the Banzuke. And let me change this display capture to... Here we go. Alrighty. Didn't mean to mess up a vid. Nah, don't worry about it. I mean, I'm streaming, so it's you're kind of meant to be here in video and in the video and whatever. Alrighty. So, if you guys have any questions about the method of my madness, just let me know, and I will do my best to try to answer anything. So, first things first. This Yokozuna, obviously going to be Terunofuji. Oopsies, that's not what I wanted to do. First, we have to determine, well, there are a lot of different things to determine, but usually the Sanyaku is the easiest to call before anyone really moves up and down the Banzuke. So, Takakeisho, because he had the better score than Shodai, he's going to be moving over to Ozeki 1 East. Predictions. Shodai is going to be moving down to Ozeki 1 West. Mitakeyumi is 100% going to be retaining his position on the Banzuke. And this is where things will start to get interesting, because now Meisei, with that 7-8 record, is likely to fall one rank. Oh, wait, hold on. I need to mark all of the losers in red and all of the winners in green, because I don't want to not color code again, because that was a struggle and a half when I forgot to color code the last time. So we will mark all of the losers in red and all of the winners in green. And then from there, it should help us out. But there were a lot of losers on this Banzuke, and so a lot of people are going to be going up, even with okay records. So Meisei, most likely going to be falling by one rank. Ichinojo, you know, it is technically a -5, but it might be a little bit more forgivable because there are a lot of losers below him. Like, holy cow. He might just find himself underneath all of these other winners. Like the first one down there, right next to Kiribayama, but we will see. So let's move him down to Maegashita 5 for now. Kiribayama 6 and 9, that's a -3. Move him to Maegashita 3 for now. Daisho and Wakataka Kage. It's very likely that these are the guys that are going to be moving up into these Komusubi slots. It's just a question of how. Because in the head-to-head, Wakataka Kage defeated Daisho. So, does Daisho get leapfrogged by Wakataka? Or does Daisho not get leapfrogged? And let me just go and double check that over here, because that was something that I saw people talking about. But yeah, he lost to Wakataka Kage, which means it is likely, or it is possible rather, that Wakataka Kage leapfrogs Daisho on this Banzuke. But it's kind of hard to say, because we never know what's going to happen. 100% though, both of these guys are going to be there. Takanosho, nowhere to go but in this Sekiwake slot. And then this is where other things really start to get interesting. I don't know why that is 5, 10, 21, but -5 for Onosho, bring him down to Maegashira 7. -1 for Okino-umi, Maegashira 4. Myogiryu, oof, that's a -11 for him. He's probably not going to go all the way down to Maegashira 14, but you never know. Takeda Fuji, a -5 for him, so probably Maegashira 9. Endo, he's a 8 and 7. Realistically, I think the only person that could leapfrog him is Uda. I don't know if Abi is going to get all the way up to Maegashira 1. Probably not. So I'll be comfortable putting Endo here. Takayasu, -3 for him. So probably down to Maegashira 8. Hoshoryu, -1. Or likely doesn't move at all. Kotoeko dying out here. Yeah, right. -5 for Shimano-umi. But just a reminder, like 5 and 10 is technically -5, but that doesn't mean that he's going to actually go down 5 spots. It's likely he only moves down like 2 or 3, depending. Tamawashi, +3 for him from Maegashira 6, so would probably fall around Maegashira 3, but we don't really know because there are slots above him that need to be filled, and it's likely that he can fill them. Uda, +5. I think he just comes up here to Maegashira 1, honestly. I'm just going to autofill this up here. Maegashira 1 for him. Chiyoshoma, +1 with that 8 and 7 to about Maegashira 6, perhaps even higher. Kotoeko, oof, that -9 for him. So that would bring him, if anything, all the way down to Maegashira 17. But again, we don't know how it's actually going to go. Tobizaru, -1. Aoyama, -7. So he would come down to here. Hideno-umi, +1. Once again, we do have to remember that they do prioritize the winners over the losers, so it's possible Hideno-umi flies up to Maegashira 5 or something like that. Chiyotairyu, -3. Asanoyama, he is a Judio demotion. Hakuho, no longer on the Banzuke, so we don't have to worry about that slot, which means we actually have something unusual happening. We're going to have a Maegashira 18 East slot open up. You speedrun Breath of the Wild? I didn't know that. Kontonowaka, possibly a -3. So that would be there. Tetsuyoshi, a -1. Ishiura, a -1. Again, might not move at all. Hokuto Fuji, 11 and 4. That's a +7 for him. So he would go up to about Maegashira 5-ish. Likely that all of this is just filled with green guys. Yutakiyama, -1. Tochinoshin, -3. Kageyaki, -5. Ugh, you might be falling. Chiyono Kuni, he has a +3. So here-ish. Chiyomaru, a +1, which I don't think it's just going to be a +1, but we'll put him there for now. Abi, that is +9, and the Jun Yusho. So I think actually he's going to fly all the way up, maybe right below Tamawashi. Not really sure. It's not often that we have someone with such a fantastic score from all the way down there. You don't have 3 days for a 100%. Aqua with a +3, so possibly up to Maegashira 13. Sarano-umi with a +3 as well. Uh-oh, traffic jam. Kaisei, -1. Shohol's on, definitely going to be a demotion. Oops. We also have to consider who might come up from Judio. So we have some people like Wakamoto Haru, we have Bu Shozan, we have Ichi Yamamoto, Tsurugisho, Wakamoto Haru, and Ichi Yamamoto are guarantees. Oho, probably not a guarantee, but once again, we'll have to see how everybody falls. So I will color them green for now, so we don't forget about them later. But, like I said, let's see how the top of this Banzuke falls. I do want to try to take a look here to see, let's see, Sumo database. Banzuke? Query. Maegashira 15, 12, and 3. How often does that happen, and how often do they go all the way up? So it happens twice, both in the 50s, and that would be Maegashira 2 or Maegashira 5. So not too much to go off of. Let's try like Maegashira 14, 12, and 3. That's happened a lot more often. Usually they would fall in Maegashira anywhere between Maegashira 2, 1, 5, mostly 5. I see mostly 5. Let's try Maegashira 16 with a 12 and 3. And mostly Maegashira 8 to 5. So, Abi? It's hard to say because the last time someone from the very bottom won the Yusho, it was Maegashira 1 for Tokushoryu, if I remember correctly, and then Teruno Fuji, I don't remember where he was placed. But this was a Jun Yusho with 2 less wins from that position. So it's likely that I think they pushed Tamawashi up. Oh, wait, I forgot to put Meisei in here. So everyone is going to slide over. I almost left Meisei off, so it is possible. Well, now this is a little interesting because Daisho, he has to go up. Daisho has to move up the Banzuke, which means Wakataka Kage is not going to leapfrog him. And that'll slot Meisei right in here at the Komusubi slot. He might not be directly here. Let me see. We have Sekiwake 7 and 8. So a lot of Sekiwake 7 and 8s. Let's discard the Sekiwake 2 Haridashi. A lot of the times they fall to Komusubi, Komusubi 2, Maegashira 1. Let's see what happened on this Banzuke. I don't know. What happened that he fell to Maegashira 1? So that was Komusubi with an 8 and 7. Maegashira 1 with an 8 and 7. Let's see if we can get something a little more recent than that. Komusubi. Mostly just falling to Komusubi. And the last time someone fell to Maegashira 1 was all the way back in 92. Akinoshima. It was already Sekiwake 2 Haridashi. Let's see. Both of the guys from Maegashira 1 were winners. And he fell. But they also had another Komusubi that was a winner that went up to possibly Sekiwake to Haridashi. I don't know. It's hard to say. But I think for the most part, we will just keep our man at Komusubi, whether it's East or West. Not really going to know. But I think in this case, even though Wakataka Kage beat Daisho in the head-to-head, Daisho moves up to Komusubi again. Wakataka Kage moves over to Maegashira 1 East. And then realistically, it might be Endo or Ura for this Maegashira 1 slot. Let me just check. Maegashira 7, 10, and 5. Usually 1, 4, 1, 1, 1, 2. Sekiwake one time. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. It seems pretty even whether it's going to be 2 or 1. So it might be a tough call. Let's see Maegashira 4, 8, and 7, how often they go up to 1. And then I think it's going to be just a straight coin flip anyway. Maegashira 1, Maegashira 1. Maegashira 2. I think I'm more comfortable doing this because Uda also got the technique award. So, again, it's really hard to say how they'll call this, but Uda Endo coin flip. I'll just write that to the side. Because I'm not really sure how that might go. I have Tamawashi here twice. But yeah, as for the rest of these winners, I think it'll just kind of autofill. Might squeeze Kiribayama between Abi and Hokuto Fuji. And I think that is probably going to happen. Okinoumi and Ichinojo. Okinoumi only had a 7 and 8, so falling maybe one rank, maybe a half of a rank, but we have to slot him in somewhere. I do want to see Hokuto Fuji Maegashita 12, 11, and 4. Where do you usually fall? And it hasn't happened many times, but anywhere between 2 and 5. So Okinoumi with a 7 and 8 from Maegashita 3. I think it's likely that Okinoumi doesn't move, or maybe he gets muscled down one spot by someone like Abi. But Tamawashi 9 and 6, I think it's only natural that he moves up to Maegashita 2. Abi, I think he slots in here quite nicely. Kiribayama, maybe they're not as hard as on Kiribayama, and they put him right there. It's also possible that Tamawashi only moves up to Maegashita 3 and Kiribayama falls to Maegashita 2. Let me just check that real quick. So we have a Komusubi going 6 and 9, and they are usually quite lenient to losers at the top of the Banzuke. We see a lot of Maegashita 1, Maegashita 2, Maegashita 3. 1, 2, 3, mostly 2s. There was a 4 for Tochinoshin. Last time it happened was, well, not the last time. Saw Gagamaru on there. Maegashita 1 for Daisho just earlier this year. But I have to assume that a lot of people under him lost. Aoyama back in May of 2019. Maegashita 2. So I think I'm very comfortable with Kiribayama at Maegashita 2, Tamawashi, Abi at Maegashita 3. And then we can slot in Okinoumi, because he was not a very big loser. He only went down 1. Okinoumi, Ichinojo like this, I think I'm very comfortable with, because Ichinojo 5 and 10 from Komusubi. Again, they're pretty lenient towards guys near the top. So let me see that. Komusubi 5 and 10. Oopsies, I'm big now. I'm hitting all these buttons. So Komusubi 5 and 10, Maegashita 8 and 40s. Jeez, what happened? Maegashita 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So Maegashita 4, I think, is probably going to be the best bet for Ichinojo. And then right up in here, we can slot Hokuto Fuji and Chiyoshoma, possibly Onosho as well. Onosho 5 and 10 from Maegashita 2. Probably put him at Maegashita 6. That's usually where he would go, I think. Chiyoshoma over here, Onosho right here. Hoshoryu loses 1 rank. I think that's very fine. Takayasu, you went 6 and 9 from 5, so this is filling out quite nicely, I think. Hide no Umi, they'll pop you up. Takeda Fuji, you went 5 and 10 from 4, falling to 8. I think that's very fair. Tobizaru, 7 and 8 from Maegashita 8, you don't fall anywhere. So Tobizaru staying in the same spot, that's very fair too. We have to remember these guys down here as well. So Tsurugisho, Wakamoto Haru, Ichi Yamamoto, possibly Oho. I'm still on the fence about if Kageyaki is going to fall off the Banzuke or not, because he could just slot into this Maegashita 18 East. Kaisei could move over 1 slot. We know Shoho is gone. We know Asanoyama is gone. And realistically, the only other person that could demote is Kageyaki. So 2 slots that has to go to these 2. Ichi Yamamoto has to come up. So possibly Kageyaki does fall off. He'll fall to Judio 1 most likely. But we'll get there when we get there. Maegashita 9. We have Chionokuni with a 9 and 6 from Maegashita 14. I mean, probably, yeah. Shimano Umi, where did you fall from? Maegashita 6 with a 5 and 10. put you on the other side of Chionokuni. Let me just double check that. Magashita 6 with a 5 and 10. Falling to Magashita 9. Let's see how often that happens. Because it's also likely that they like put Shimano Umi where Tobizaru is a Magashita 8, make Tobizaru fall down 1 rank. But it's also just easier to keep Tobizaru where he is. And the database is down. Cool. That's so sick, brother. Right while I'm using it for a video. Yeah. Thanks, database. That's okay. We can play guess and check, and I can check my work later. But I'm pretty comfortable with this as it is. We have a strange gap right here, though. Because Terutsuyoshi can't go up. We have people like Chiyotairyu, who has to fall from Maegashita 10. Who can realistically take this place at Maegashita 10? We probably have Aqua. And we probably have Chiyomaru. Where's Myogiryu falling from? Myogiryu, Maegashita 3? Okay. I think we slot Myogiryu in here at Maegashita 10. Because that 2 and 13, that's not going to actually jettison him down 11 slots all the way to Maegashita 14. And he's realistically the only person I could see fit to put there. Ishiura 7 and 8, he can't fall, or he can't move up. Chiyotairyu, he's not going to fall a half of a rank with a 6 and 9. So I think we have to slot a winner up in here. And it's definitely not going to be Wakamoto Haru. Who else fell from up there? No one, really. Yeah, no one really else fell that much further from up here. So these 2 slots are quite the pickle. I think it has to go to probably... It's hard to say whether it's going to be Chiyomaru or Aqua or Sadano Umi. I mean, what's the likelihood that both Aqua and Sadano Umi leapfrog Chiyomaru even though they only had 1 more win? I think Aqua does come up here. Oops. I think Aqua has to go there. And then it's a question of who fits that M11 spot to the left of Terutsuyoshi, who I think probably doesn't fall at all. Any ideas? Let's see what the Discord has to say. Because a couple of guys in the Nato Sumo Discord server have already done theirs. And at this Maegashita 11 spot, they have Aqua and Sadano Umi. They also didn't push up Chionokuni as much, which I think is fair. They also didn't punish Myogiryu as much, which is equally fair. Is this a tough call? Because I don't think Terutsuyoshi can move. And there's no way Terutsuyoshi can move up. Like, there's just no way that can happen. Is Chionokuni an overpromotion? I don't think so. I don't think Chionokuni is an overpromotion. This is quite literally a head scratcher. Let me consult this guy's list again. This is Dolores C's list that I'm looking at. I can actually just put this image in here to compare what he's doing. Let's see. He has Abi at Maegashita 4. That might be fine too. Kutofuji at 5. It's Chiyoshoma at 6. Let's see, but what does he do right above Maegashita 9? Let me copy your homework. Aqua, Sara no Umi, and then Chiyomaru. That's what another person is doing. I think... I think it is going to be Sara no Umi here. And then Ishiura, Chiyomaru. And then let me get rid of this picture for now. Let me pull you over there. Your homework's only half finished. Do your homework, damn it. I'm copying someone else's homework then. But let's see. Up next, we have Chiyotairyu, Kotonowaka, Yutakayama to slot in, and this is where we could also start slotting in these guys down here. Perhaps we should work from the bottom, in which case I think Kageaki stays in by the skin of his teeth. I think that happens. I don't think Oho gets in. Shoho Sanayama, gone. Hakuho, retired. So we have enough room for Tsurugisho, Wakamoto Haru, and Ichiyamamoto. And let's see. I think this... I think this is where Tsurugisho is going to go. I don't think Kotoeko falls this far. Let's see. Chiyotairyu, where were you? This might be too harsh on Chiyotairyu. I think Ishiura moves down one. Chiyotairyu comes to Maegashira 12. You have the best handwriting in the class. Kotonowaka as well. I don't think he's going to actually fall that far. Itakayama. Yeah, that's very fair on him, I think. Aoyama. Maegashira 9, 4, and 11. I think you slot in right here just fine. Kotoeko right here. Wakamoto Haru. They're usually not very kind to promotees. Like, they don't over promote their promotees. So I think this... Here, I'll label these guys as blue because they are Judio promotions. Oops, I accidentally cut out Ichiyamamoto over here. But yeah, they're usually not very kind to someone getting promoted from Judio, and I'd be able to check, you know, Judio 1, 11, and 4, but database is down. Oh wait, no, it's back. Cool. Alright, so usually Maegashira 14, 15, 13, 11. So maybe Ichiyamamoto and Kotoeko coin flip, because Kotoeko, I don't see him. He's already at, let's see, Maegashira 8 all the way down to Maegashira 15. That's -7 for a -9 score. I think that's very fair. I don't think they're going to push Ichiyamamoto or Wakamoto Haru up above them. Like, even Judio 4... Oh. Judio 4, 13 and 2. Yusho, we can even check it without the Yusho. Usually going up to 13, 11, and 4 without the Yusho. Has that ever happened? 13, 11, 14, 14. Takanosho. So maybe these guys do get a little bit of a bump. Tochinoshin falling actually 3 ranks for a 6 and 9. That might be too harsh, I think. Kotoeko, I think he fell to an appropriate spot. Yutakayama fell a rank. Ishiura fell half of a rank. Kotonowaka fell 2.5 ranks. Aoyama, he fell 5.5 ranks. I might actually be a little too hard on Aoyama here. So actually, I'll put Aoyama up here. That way Ishiura falls a full rank. Kota no Waka, he fell a full 3. Yeah, over promotion was really terrible for Kotoeko. I mean, now he's going to be down in a much more comfortable position, though, where he'll actually be able to survive some matches. So, good on him. But, you know, he got his ass beat the past 2 tournaments. It's really hard to say because a lot of these guys, you know, sometimes they are lenient to losers and sometimes they're harsh on them. It's really hard to say what's going to happen here. And if anything, I would love to push Ichi Yamamoto and Wakamoto Haru up a little bit further, but I don't feel comfortable demoting anybody further than they already have. Like Tochinoshin, I don't think he's going to fall all the way to Maegashita 16 with a 6 and 9. Yutakayama, I don't think he's going to fall any further than, you know, I think even a rank and a half might be too harsh. Maybe, Chiyo Tairyu falling 2.5 ranks. Maybe Chiyomaru is getting over promoted here. Yeah, I know, it's tough, Scandalous. And it's like just the entire bottom of this Banzuke I'm not incredibly comfortable with. Like, starting with Chiyomaru. Like, Chiyomaru down is big question marks. Until Kaisei and Kageyaki placement. So, like, everything between, like, from Tsurugisho to Chiyomaru is big question marks. Because, like, I don't see them punishing Aoyama this hard. But at the same time, they can't realistically punish Ishiura and Yutakayama harder than they already are. Because they only had 7 and 8s. And usually we see that in history too. Where a 7 and 8, you don't lose any rank. But if they did that, then someone like Kota no Waka would be over-demoted. Because right now he's losing 2.5 ranks for a 6 and 9 from Maegashita 11. How often does that happen? Maegashita 11, 6 and 9. And usually... Usually they fall to 14. Mostly 14, it looks like. Sometimes 15. Sometimes 13. But I feel like there isn't enough winners to really leapfrog over and push him down. So I think 14 would be an over-demotion for Kota no Waka. Because we also have to consider, like, yeah, sure, we can, you know, get the mean and the average of, or whatever of, you know, the placement. But we also have to consider, like, why did Tochiozan drop only 1 rank in, you know, May of 2019? What happened there? Let's see. Yago below him lost, Chiyomaru lost, Sarano Umi lost, Enho lost, Tokushoryu lost, Terutsuyoshi lost, Kotoeko only had an 8 and 7. Ishiura lost, Chiyoshoma lost, Daishoho only had a 9 and 6. So really, there was space below Tochiozan that needed to be filled up, you know what I mean? So the reason why he only fell to Maegashita 12 was because people above him had bigger losing records. We could see Nishikigi, Kageyaki, Kaisei, Yoshikaze, all big losing records, and the people below him lost as well. And that's kind of exactly what happened here. Kota no Waka at Maegashita 11, Terutsuyoshi, Ishiura, Yutakayama, Tochinoshin, Kageyaki all lost, and then everyone else, you know, Chiyonokuni, Chiyomaru, Abi, Aqua, Sarano Umi, they've already leapfrogged over him. So it's really hard to say. Let's pull this up over here again. Let's see what they're doing. I don't agree with Oho. I think Kotoeko is a massive over-demotion. I think Aoyama is a massive over-demotion. Tochinoshin, Ichiyamamoto, Tsurugisho, and Wakamoto Haru. I don't think they're going to be that kind to Tsurugisho. If anything, I would think they would keep Tsurugisho down here, push Kotoeko, Aoyama, Tochinoshin up by a half of a rank. Ichiyamamoto and Wakamoto Haru, very debatable. Kotonowaka, I don't think he falls to Maegashira 14. Chiyomaru, I might be over promoting Chiyomaru here, but realistically, there's not really anyone else to put over here. And it doesn't really feel good to promote Aqua and Sadano Umi that far over him because he did have an 8 and 7 from only one rank higher. So it's really hard to say. Let me grab another opinion because there is another opinion over here. This is from a dude named Baz. Damn it. Copy image. Why is it not pasting the image like it did for this one? Oh my god, dude. Whatever. So I'll have this pulled up over here. So what this guy is doing is he's also promoting Oho, Kaisei Tsurugisha. Yeah, he's doing the same thing I'm doing at the bottom here. Tochinoshin Kotoeko, Aoyama Kotonowaka. I think that's an over demotion on Kotonowaka, an over demotion on Chiyotairyu. Yutakiyama wouldn't be demoted. Chiyomaru. So we're kind of doing the same thing in terms of what we're doing with the Judio promotions. But again, I think he's over demoting Kotonowaka here. I think he just falls to Maegashira 13. The top of the Banzuke, I'm kind of settled on. I don't think Tamawashi leapfrogs Endo, though. And I don't think Kiribayama only falls one rank. If anything, I might switch Kiribayama and Endo in their positions, because Endo had an 8 and 7. Actually, I think I will do that. Let's see. Yeah, Endo 8 and 7. Kiribayama with a 6 and... Yeah, I think I'd be more comfortable switching Endo and Kiribayama as they are. So we could do that. Tamawashi Abi. Comfortable with that. He's putting Ichinojo at Maegashira 3, which is also very fair, I think. Perhaps I'm over promoting Abi, and Ichinojo won't actually fall to Maegashira 4. Let's see what they say over here. They also think Ichinojo is going to Maegashira 3. And you have Abi at Maegashira 5. The consensus between these two is that Abi is not going to Maegashira 3. That's something I can kind of agree on. I think I'm over promoting Abi a bit. We can move Ichinojo up, Okino Umi over, Abi right here at Maegashira 4. Let me just, like, Ichinojo, Abi, Okino Umi, coin flip. Like, Okino Umi. No, Ichinojo, or rather, Okino Umi can't move up. So, Ichinojo, Abi, coin flip, perhaps. Okino Umi. Yeah, he'll be fine at Maegashira 4. He could fall to Maegashira 3 just on the other side of the Banzuke. That's equally likely. Let me just write that down again. Ichinojo, Abi, and Okino Umi could all realistically occupy the same places. Hokuto Fuji, Chiyoshoma at 5. Chiyoshoma, that might be a bit of an over promotion. I could put Onosho there. I think, yeah, that's another thing. Onosho. Whoopsies. Because Onosho went 5 and 10 from Maegashira 2, falling to Maegashira 5. Especially with so many other losers below him. Chiyoshoma with an 8 and 7. Actually, it is realistic that Chiyoshoma could occupy that space. Let me take that back, actually. This is realistic, I think, Chiyoshoma Onosha. I'm going to write that down, though. There. The rest of this Banzuke falls fine for me in the middle right here until Chiyomaru again, but that's... And then Kageaki. I actually saw a report that the next Basho, in Tokyo at least, is going to be still 50% capacity, but the one in Osaka, I don't think that's the Hatsu Basho. But another future Basho that's not going to be taking place in Tokyo is also going to be 75% capacity. So I don't think we're going to see no fans again. Unless things get a lot worse, which I don't think they should. Yeah, I think... And again, like, as much as people want to promote Oho, I definitely don't think he's going to get promoted. I think he's going to sit at Judio 1, and that's where he's going to be. And he's going to have Bushos on right next to him. But we're not going to go that far down the Banzuke. But yeah, I think this is where I'm going to have my Banzuke prediction at for now. Let me get rid of other people's homework. And... I mean, there isn't really much else to think about because the Banzuke has already been decided. They just don't release it until Christmas Eve, which that should be pretty cool. But I won't be able to actually make a Banzuke guessing game, video because I'm going to be in New Jersey away from my computer, so I won't actually be able to do anything. So after the Banzuke comes out on Christmas Eve, I will try to do my best to make a video talking about the Banzuke before the tournament actually starts in January. And that is where we are going to find ourselves. I think I'm very comfortable with this Banzuke. I'm just writing down that these are possible coin flips to like justify later in my mind if I miss them. It's like, man, I could have had them because I guessed it would be a coin flip. But I'm probably actually not going to change anything because that's usually what I do here. But yep, that I think is going to be it from me for today because I am growing weary and tired. But that's okay because I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be breaking down some more sumo. You can find the schedule here on my Twitter account. If you just go and follow my Twitter, it should be the #1 post there. Or the pinned post on my profile. Who are we going to be talking about tomorrow? We'll be talking about Ura because he is incredibly interesting. Let's see who is online right now to raid. The way the points work in the Banzuke game is if you call the correct position, you get 2 points. If you call like the correct position but not the correct side, so let's say for example, Kiribayama is Maegashira 2 west instead of east, I would only get 1 point. So if Kiribayama is Maegashira 2 east, then I would get a bullseye, which is 2 points. And then if he was Maegashira 1 west, where I currently have Endo, then I would only get 1 point. And the goal is to get all 84 points, which the highest I've ever seen is only like 64 or 65 or something. But yeah, it's pretty difficult to actually predict the Banzuke. And I mean, it's a lot of fun to play the Banzuke prediction game. So the highest I've ever gotten was 13th place out of like, over 100 and something people that play the game. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. You can play it yourself if you want to try to do a little bit of math like that. And let's see who we can raid. I see a lot of fun people online right now. I think I'm going to go to Rooney because I haven't seen her in a while. So let's raid cute mouse girl, Marooney. If you're watching this on YouTube, please be sure to tune into my Twitch streams. You can find in the link in the description below. If you're watching this here on Twitch, well, if you missed anything, you can find all of the missed content on my YouTube channel. So be sure to find yourself there. Alright. Rooney is playing some Windows XP abandonware because she's really into weird retro content. And she is very adorable. So I hope you guys have fun at her stream. And I will catch you tomorrow with the breakdown of Uda's tournament. I will catch you cats later.